event for the X Division Championship. It's Ultimate X, and for those of you unfamiliar with what Ultimate X is all about, it's one of the most awe-inspiring, jaw-dropping matches that you will ever see. The Ultimate X built the cornerstone that is Impact Wrestling, the X Division.
Being a pioneer of this division is very important, but it wasn't done alone. When I began this journey, it began with competitors like AJ Styles, and then an extremely well-crafted veteran in Jerry Lynn. That era was very influential on us now.
You've gathered flowers from a broken dream with a few last dollars, but I went all in where again. Why does every cover that hides a rag below? When you're gonna run to the fire.
My favorite moments of the X Division has to be some of the earlier Ultimate X days with AJ, Chris Sabin. All those earlier, just first Ultimate X matches was just unreal, just stuff that we've never seen before.
I can remember distinctly when the X Division first hit the scene. They were doing things that no one had ever seen. They were taking chances with their bodies that no one was willing to take. It was just an entirely new thing in professional wrestling, and it took my breath away.
Perhaps the greatest X Division competitor of all time. What a win! And nobody deserves it more than Low Ki.
Winning the X Division title for the 5th time is special. It's difficult to do this once at this level against these types of competitors.
I have to respect the man, an Impact Wrestling original, been here since day one.
I've been doing this since June 19th, 2002, without fail.
With me returning to Impact Wrestling, with Sanjay Dutt returning to Impact Wrestling, you have older generation mentality which can guide and lead the way for this generation, this division to expand and attract more notoriety the way that it did in the past.
The past of Impact was incredible. The present of Impact, as long as Trevor Lee's here, will be fine.
Making your moment in history. I'm trying to do things that no one in professional wrestling can do. And I feel like I'm doing a pretty damn good job because I will risk every single inch of my body to be the X Division champion.
A message that I would send to the rest of the X Division competitors. I'm an eternal champion. Anytime I touch the ring, sparks are gonna fly. If you're a member of my X Division, step your game up or step it out. You will not stand a chance once that bell rings if you are not prepared.
Mackenzie Mitchell backstage with Karen Jarrett. And Karen, it seems like there's nothing you can do to keep Eddie Edwards, Alicia Edwards, Angelina Love, and Davey Richards apart.
Seems? No. There is nothing that I have done that has been able to keep them apart. We need to control this situation, and there's only one way to do that. Next week, there's going to be a mixed tag match with Alicia and Eddie versus Angelina and Davey. Excuse me. Where are you going? Why is he back here?
Not sure what Magnus is doing, but we saw this last week. EC3, we lost count of how many lashes he whipped James Storm. I mean, this is uncomfortable to watch. Look at this.
Beat him like a government mule, did EC3.
EC3 put a whipping. Look at the back of James Storm. How is Storm going to be able to compete? How will Storm fare when he goes one-on-one with EC3? We don't have to wait much longer to find out. EC3, James Storm, next on Impact.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Boca Raton, Florida, Ethan Carter III, EC3!
talk all about what transpired last week with Ethan Carter III and the Cowboy James Storm as we welcome everyone back to Impact Wrestling. We'll do that momentarily, but we have a guest who has joined us here ringside for commentary for this next matchup, the now former Global Force Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion Magnus, who was defeated last week in a thrilling match against Alberto El Patron. Magnus, thank you for joining us here for this match.
You're welcome. Everything about that match was thrilling except the results. But we're going to change all that very quickly, and you'll just see right now.
Well, we do have to ask you about why you're out here for this particular match. What interest do you have in EC3 going one-on-one with James Storm?
Well, I have an interest in them because these are obviously top contenders here in Impact Wrestling. And you talk about a guy who's in the mix. You're looking at him. But now we've got to deal with the reign of terror of Bruce Pritchard once again. I thought that part of my life was over, and now he's back.
Yeah.
And now I've got to deal with the guy in the orthopedic blazer trying to mess with my career again. So now I'm back, and I'm forcing myself into the main event picture.
I thought Bruce was dead.
We can only hope.
Sorry about your damn luck.
His opponent from Leeposport, Tennessee, Cowboy James Storm.
I don't know how James Storm is walking at the moment. Last week, over 30 lashes to the back with a belt, a leather strap from EC3 to James Storm. It started out with fun and games. EC3 came out dressed as a cowboy, was having some fun at the expense of James Storm. Storm came out and it got very vicious very quickly. Magnus, you're joining us here for this matchup. You claim that these two men are top contenders for the World Championship. I completely agree with you. Storm's got the strap, and here we go. This match is going to get off to a fast and furious start.
Yeah, Storm's already looking for a little payback. Came in with the strap, but he got to turn around.
And here's EC3.
Oh, look at that. A classic mistake by James Storm, as usual, being a hothead and letting himself get taken out.
So, Magnus, let me ask you, who do you predict will win this match between Storm and EC3?
Well, I don't particularly care which one of them wins, but I think that overall, I think Ethan Carter is quite the cerebral competitor, and I think that James Storm, he tends to let his emotions run wild on him, so I'm going to go with EC3.
You said that the GFW World Heavyweight Championship was your golden ticket for an opportunity to challenge Lashley for the World Championship. What must you do now in order to get that match?
I held that championship for well over a year. I defeated a who's who of pro wrestling to win that championship. So I think that my resume speaks for itself. I mean, IWGP Tag Team Champion, GHC Tag Team Champion, Rinky King Champion, Global Force Champion, first ever British-born Impact World Champion. I don't know why I need to prove myself to anybody, but apparently I do, which is why I'm out here right now.
That's a great point, Magnus. You shouldn't have to prove yourself to
anyone.
My
resume is as long as my arm, and I wish it was as long as something else.
I mean, Alberto El Patron shows up here the first night here, and he gets a championship match.
Oh, yeah, same old story, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's the reign of terror of Bruce Pritchard. I can't stand it.
Well, I certainly think that when you come into the Impact Wrestling world, you have to earn everything, every opportunity.
Who are you talking to?
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean,
by the time you got here, I was well established.
I understand.
You were learning from me, Pope.
Well, wait. Okay, let's just go back to
and then you couldn't hack it, so you ended up at the announce desk.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about
Magnus,
here?
do you think you could teach him how to be an announcer too?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a genius.
It won't take much.
When we talk about this strap situation, I mean, let's give the credit where credit's due. Oh. Yes, James did suffer, significant damage with that strap. But in Tennessee, they call that education. So, I mean, he's used to it more than EC3. A man of his caliber, grew up in Boca Raton, Florida, it might have been more severe had EC3 suffered it, but James, he suffered that all through his childhood. I mean, he grew up in the South.
And EC3, of course, he has homes all over the world, and he would love to challenge for the World Championship. He mentioned last week sort of how he feels about management in Impact Wrestling. Magnus, not too far from your opinions.
Well, I think you used the word management quite loosely. But yes, EC3, he obviously has a pedigree. He understands what goes into this business. I mean, look at his last name. So he knows what this is all about.
Yeah, and because of such, he's made bad decisions. I mean, you want to talk about that.
How many times has he been the world's champion?
Twice.
How many times were you the world's champion?
EC3,
how many times have I been a world's champion?
Once.
EC3
Twice, if you count the Global Force Championship.
You should.
And the Rinka King.
That's 3 world titles.
I'm a big star
Josh,
all over
you
the world.
haven't even had a match. Lay out, okay?
I'm undefeated, actually.
I can't wait to see that.
EC3 right now in control of the Cowboy, James Storm. EC3 going after the back of Storm wisely after what transpired last week with those lashings. It was just vicious, unlike anything we have ever seen before. Magnus has joined us here for this big-time matchup. And Magnus, what do you think it is about Bruce Pritchard that he's kind of put a target on you, trying to make you jump through hoops?
Listen, anyone who's been around here knows that Bruce Pritchard has always had a problem with me. I think it's a little bit of xenophobia, if I'm honest. I think he just doesn't trust people from the UK because he thinks that we're much more intelligent than people from Texas.
You think he's jealous of you?
Oh, I think that's not even something to consider. I mean, that's a bona fide fact.
Nice back body drop there by James Storm.
Yeah, let's consider the fact that James Storm went through those straps that was delivered to his back. He's in the ring right now, and he's yet trying to prove, and I believe he will, prove that he deserves that title opportunity.
There's no question. I've been in there with James Storm many, many times. There is no denying the man's toughness. His intelligence may be something else, but there's no denying his toughness. EC3, he's someone who I've yet to tussle with, despite us having quite a long, illustrious history with one another. But that being said, you can see, look at the guy. He's built like a you-know-what, and this is, look at right now. He's just wearing him down because he's a superior athlete. I think this is the end for James Storm.
James Storm quickly fading while this is happening. Magnus, I got to ask, how come you picked Team JB? How come you weren't on Team GOAT?
Well, look. JB, we've been up and down the roads together. We have a long history together, especially in the United Kingdom.
He's a stooge. You got him out here.
Well, listen, Josh, I appreciate the things you've said about me in recent weeks, but it doesn't change the fact that you're a stooge as well.
Thank you, because Josh will kiss anyone's derriere, if you understand what
Watch
Pope's
your mouth, Pope.
Just
okay?
to advance. And you know what? He's done that. But Magnus, Pope is still shocked at the road that you have taken. The change of heart, if you will. The way that you're dealing with things around here at Impact.
Pope, you know me, I'm all business. I've had enough of trying to be everybody's friend and trying to play by the rules and shake everybody's hand and be Mr. Etiquette. It's just time to get what's mine.
Well, that's how Pope is. He's kissing babies and shaking hands. And you know what, Magnus? I've decided that I don't think that you should get a world title opportunity for what you just said about me.
Oh, here I am on the edge of my seat waiting to care what you think, Josh.
I don't think you should get one.
I love it when true colors begin to shine.
I don't like you anymore.
Josh, don't come to me for any more style tips. As far as I'm concerned, it goes without question that I'm in the hunt. I'm just out here to make sure that everybody knows that, especially Bruce Pritchard.
Well, we do have a common enemy in Bruce Pritchard, that's for sure. Oh, look at
that
EC3.
high knee, and out goes James to the floor. That was some serious force.
I call the play-by-play.
Well, you try. I'm just trying to help you out because you're not doing anything.
Storm has to figure out a way how to change this matchup around, how to change it into his favor, and EC3 has to find a way to keep James Storm at bay, if you will. Keep the pressure on him.
EC3 has been in control throughout this matchup as he sends Storm back into the ring. So we're looking at a match here between EC3 and James Storm. Magnus has joined us, and you gotta wonder, will the winner of this match go on to challenge for the World Championship? Our last #1 contender was picked by the fans. The fans decided that James Storm should challenge Lashley.
Isn't that wonderful? Because apparently we don't have a championship committee anymore, so now we just let the marks decide what's going to happen.
You know what I mean? I mean, what is going on here? We let these mouth breathers... Have you looked out there and seen these people?
See, if you didn't say bad things about me earlier, I'd be 100% on your side.
And you still are, Josh. I mean, just speak.
Well, why did we let the fans decide who the #1 contender should be?
Because the fans matter here at Impact Wrestling.
Oh, my God. PSA.
It just means you're going to have all the internet suck-ups all the time getting the title shots. I mean, this is ridiculous. Guys like me and EC3.
What a kick to the side of EC3's head by the Cowboy, James Storm. Go get him, Daddy.
Storm on business here tonight.
He's turned it around, there's no doubt about that. This is his domain out here on the floor. EC3 needs it back in the ring.
And listen to these fans chanting for James Storm.
James Storm thrive off of that fan motivation, if you will.
Storm's an Impact original. Storm's been here since day one.
Hey, whoa, no. Hold on. I don't know about this.
Magnus, what are you doing, man?
Magnus is getting involved in this match.
Magnus trying to play peacemaker?
All right, let's listen in. Oh, great, there's Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah.
What is he doing out here?
Representative of the authority here.
It's ridiculous that Bruce is out here. Let's see what he has to say.
Come out here and commentate. I'm going to commentate now. I just stayed out. You're not interfering in that. Let's go.
You know, this was a wrestling match. It was EC3 versus James Storm. Magnus was joining us on commentary. He had some great insight. It wasn't like you or the fans.
Magnus
loves me. We'll get this sorted out, and Impact will return after this. Explosiveness. Welcome back to Impact Wrestling. What a wild scene it's been throughout the commercial break. It is EC3 one-on-one with James Storm. EC3 got the jump on Storm when Magnus was ejected from ringside. This was in the commercial break moments ago. Storm was watching on. EC3 from behind. EC3 took advantage of James Storm. He was watching what was happening on the sidelines.
Yeah, I think it was a bad choice, if you will, for James Storm to be paying attention elsewhere and not keeping his eye on the dastardly EC3.
Well, it's a good choice here by EC3 to try to slow down James Storm, take advantage with the submission maneuver here. Variation of a camel clutch. Doesn't have the whole thing, but you look at the face of James Storm. It's bright red.
Yeah, looks like Storm was fading there for a second, but he wisely makes his way back to his feet.
And I got people watching everything that takes place all over the place in the Impact Zone. Call them stooges, if you will. And I'm getting reports that Magnus is still livid in the backstage area. He's trying to be kept at bay by the likes of Bruce Pritchard, and James Storm got his back raked there. I don't know how Storm is still standing. His back took 30 lashes last week, and EC3 still, going after the back, and Storm still standing.
Yeah, man, the Cowboy is one tough malajama, if you will. Look at this kick to the back of EC3's head.
Big move there by James Storm, now off the rope. Storm starting to build some momentum here.
Nice net breaker there by the Cowboy. The fans are coming. The Cowboy loves to feed off of the fans as well.
What does James Storm have in mind right now with EC3 down?
Like he's going to go up to the top.
No more distractions. Magnus has been taken to the back, ejected from ringside. He's not happy about it, but it leads to a one-on-one match between EC3 and Storm, and a last-ditch effort there by the two-time world champion Ethan Carter III.
One-on-one is what it's supposed to have been from the get-go. Magnus, the privileged one, having a problem with the authority around
you just don't like what Magnus was saying about you out here. And look at EC3, looking for the TK3.
He connects.
Storm down. EC3 back in control.
EC3 needs to be going for a cover.
I think EC3 knows exactly what he's doing inside the six-sided ring. He's got a game plan. Remember, last week it was to embarrass and humiliate and then beat down James Storm. What's EC3 doing now? Oh, boy. EC3 again with the leather strap that he used to just whip Storm with last week. Took out one of the techs at ringside as well. And now another TK3.
Again, now EC3 should be going for the cover. Not understanding this,
he's sending a message.
Well, he's allowing his cockiness to have the...
James Storm's down. Storm's out. EC3 is going to use this belt and whip him again. This is EC3's world that you're living in. Brian Stifler. Wow.
He just hit a referee. That's going to cost EC3.
It's going to cost him in his pocket and in this match. Oh, no. I can't condone this.
No.
I cannot condone this. Oh! Oh, this is a referee. The bell's ringing. This match is over. Storm's going to win via disqualification, but EC3 could care less.
EC3 done lost his godforsaken mind.
Oh!
He's whooping a referee.
At the back of Brian Stifler. You can't do this to an official. You can't do it to anybody, especially an official. Security on their way here. Somebody get Stifler out of the damn ring.
Oh my God, look at his back. Look at Stifler's back.
James Storm back to his feet. And James Storm kicks the belt.
Backstabber.
And Storm in control now. The match is over, but Storm can get him some of EC3.
Cowboy, he's saddling up for that last.
There's Magnus. That's Magnus. That's Magnus. From behind, Magnus fought himself free of Impact officials and is beating down James Storm.
This is just ridiculous.
The hits just keep on coming.
I have to get the job done for you. I had it right where I wanted it. What are you doing? I had it right where I wanted to get the job done. You need the job done.
Bruce Pritchard.
Enough! Knock it off! Both of it. I've had it. You want chaos? You want chaos? You know what I want? I want a main event for Slammiversary, and we don't have it yet because of you, because of him, because of you. You want to get involved? You're not number one. I tell you what, we don't have a main event for Slammiversary yet because we don't have a number one contender. So next week, yeah, EC3. Next week, how about you and James Storm finish it? You want to be involved so bad? Let's make it a three-way, pal.
Big news from Bruce Pritchard. Next week here on Impact, it's going to be James Storm, EC3, and Magnus.
You know, I gave you some advice a few weeks ago about going to the back and finding a mirror and looking at the guy inside the mirror and finding himself. You know what? Hey, maybe you need to go find a mirror tonight and maybe find your balls.
Bruce Pritchard opened his mouth, and EC3 will close it for him. EC3 struck an official. He whipped an official. That, what he just did to Bruce Pritchard, will cost EC3 even more. This man is out of control.
You think? EC3 could care less right now. His pockets run deep.
I'm going to beat JB like that, I promise you that. But this, EC3's got his match. EC3's in the number one contenders match next week, unless management gets together and wants to change this after what EC3 just did to Bruce.
After 15 years, I never thought it would end this way. I lie here every morning, wondering if I'll ever come back.
She's been chasing the wind.
Confined to a wheelchair. My neck stiff as a board every time I move. My left knee beaten unmercifully with a hammer. I never meant to pull his pants down.
Oh, she's on fire, burning through this broken glass. Oh, she's on fire,
What kind of a man would assault someone while they're just trying to do their job? Anybody else would have just quit and left. Doctors have told me that I'll never wrestle again. Next week, Swoggle, I'm defying doctor's orders. I'm coming back to the Impact Zone. I'm gonna find you, you little son of a bitch. I promise you. Grown man to grown man. You're not gonna see it coming. Revenge will be mine. I never meant to pull his pants down.
Welcome back to Impact. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the Global Force Wrestling Women's Championship. It's scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the challenger from Minneapolis, Minnesota, ODB!
You know why JB didn't show up this week? Because I put him in the ER.
Her opponent is the Global Force Wrestling Women's Champion, Sienna!
How much does seeing Sienna with the GFW Women's Championship just irritate Karen Jarrett? That's a question you can answer. Open your mouth and talk. It's why we pay you.
You know, I think Karen obviously is pissed off about this whole thing.
Watch your mouth.
We're talking about the first woman, if you will, the only knockout to hold the GFW Women's Championship as well as the Knockouts title. History is standing right there in the ring in the form of Sienna.
What do you think about Sienna's pre-match ring attire.
Love it. So I Pope was speechless.
Rematch is set for next week. It is official. While Bruce Pritchard continues to seek medical attention, we know that while EC3 will probably be heavily fined, he is not being taken out of the match for next week. He will compete against both Magnus and James Storm in a three-way match, number one contendership for Slammiversary and the World Championship on the line.
Not to mention, Magnus got exactly what he wanted. What a weasel.
Mixed tag team matchup as well, set for next week. As you'll see, the Love Richards versus the Edwards. Angelina and Davey versus Eddie and Alicia.
And we're certainly looking forward to some finalization, if you will, to that whole matter. Some resolve. Let's get this thing over with. Put them in there. Let them go at it.
And KM will team with Congo Kong to take on, watch this, reversal here, and ODB hard into the steel buckle. Congo Kong and KM versus Braxton Sutter and Mahabali Shira.
Ouch! Talk about an implant buster. Well, you gotta tell you what, man. When you talk about Shira going out there, helping out Sutter, if there's anybody that can stand up to the monster that is Congo Kong, you gotta think that is Shira when you talk about the brute strength that he carries.
We'll find out more about that in 7 nights. We'll also probably talk all about these matches this weekend on With This Ring, another show that I host here on Impact. See, I earn my paycheck, Pope, unlike you. Show up here for 2 hours a week, and then you're done. How do we justify a paycheck for you?
What was that?
She's classy. ODB now. Look at these hard chops. Don't go anywhere, folks. Main event still to come. I cannot wait to call this one Ultimate X. Trevor Lee, Low-Key, Andrew Everett. Everett coming off that big win last week against 3 other competitors. You know that Sanjay Dutt's going to be watching that match.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Watch ODB right now in control for the... Look at the strength of ODB. GFW Women's Championship on the line here.
ODB's trying to make a little history of her own.
Oh, high back elbow there by ODB. And now, are we going to have a new GFW Women's Champion? Look at ODB having some fun with Sienna. That's not classy.
There's nothing classy about ODB. Just a gal that likes to have a lot of fun.
Contrasting styles between these two. ODB flies and grounded quickly by Sienna.
And Sienna off the ropes with the silencer.
Big time move there by Sienna. Isn't enough to put away ODB and retain the GFW Women's Championship. It is.
The winner of the match and still Global Force Wrestling Women's Champion, Sienna.
That's her first successful defense as the GFW Women's Champion.
Well, Sienna was dominant as the Knockouts Champion. She looks to be dominant as the Global Force Women's Champion. Certainly, I'm sure she's going to have some more title defenses, successful ones in her future.
She's got KM watching her back. Sienna, some people feel that she looks good as the GFW Women's Champion. You won't give an opinion. You're afraid of everyone.
Sienna, oh gosh. They have class, and that's all that matters. Sienna, she's a classy champ.
It's Sienna.
What did I say?
Sienna is the GFW Women's Champion. That's Sienna. It's a color, too.
This has been... What are you laughing at? This has been one of the best impacts of all time. I mean, now that I'm back calling the show alone, and you provide a little bit, now that it's just me and JB's not here, that moron, it's been the greatest...
It's been a great night, but we're not going to contribute that to you. We're going to contribute that to the action that has taken place.
The word is not contribute. You're not contributing it. You're putting it on. What the hell is this? What is this? What the hell is this?
It's Jeremy Borash.
What the hell is he doing? What the hell is he doing? What is he doing? Why is he out here? Do you know about this? What is he doing out here? Why are you out here? No. What the hell are you doing out here? Why are you out here?
Hey, everybody, good to see you.
We got rid of you. Shut up.
Real quick, it's been a lot of fun hanging out with everybody out in the stands for the last couple weeks. We've had a great time together.
But I came out here for something real quick. I just wanted to let everyone know, and specifically Josh Matthews know. I went out and I hired an attorney. In fact, I hired a fantastic attorney. And I would like to tell everyone, and specifically Josh, that...
You have an attorney.
As of right now, I have officially been reinstated to Impact Wrestling. And according to these legal documents prepared by my attorney, that is effective immediately.
You have an attorney. Let me see those papers. Let me see those. Son of a... You have an attorney? Who's your attorney? Who's your attorney? Who'd you talk to? Who's your representation? Shut up!
I have a great attorney. In fact, I hired a fantastic attorney. Would you guys like to meet him? Josh, everyone here, please welcome my attorney, Joseph Park.
Joseph Park has returned to the Impact Zone. He is JB's lawyer, attorney-in-law, and he is here to represent him. Josh is speechless.
Hey guys, how are ya? What's up, Joseph? Yeah. Hey, it's been so long. I missed you guys. How are ya? God, I miss you guys. Yeah, that's right.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, you guys are too much. Yeah, you hear that? They like me. They like me.
Who are you?
My name is Joseph Park Esquire.
And you're an attorney.
I am an attorney. I am Jeremy Borash's attorney. And what this piece of paper says is that as of now, Jeremy will retain and retake his position, his rightful position in this booth as the head lead Impact Wrestling announcer.
Get out of my face. Let me tell you something right now. He has never been, nor will he ever be, the lead announcer for this company. That's my job, not his.
You know, Josh, you know, he doesn't like you. These people sure as hell don't like you. And I don't like you either.
You don't like me? He doesn't like me? They don't like me? I don't care. I don't need their admiration. I don't need it when I go home. I have a family, a beautiful family that I go home to. Who do you go home to?
Wait a
minute.
you
have a family?
Let me ask
You're
you something.
disgusting.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. How dare you?
You are disgusting. Look at your man bun.
You know what,
You're
Josh?
Abyss. Hello, he's Abyss. You're Abyss. You're Abyss. Who? Joseph Park. Are we all 11 years old and we're supposed to think that you're another person? You're Abyss, you big dumb idiot.
You know something, Josh? I fought wars in the courtroom. I fought wars right here in Orlando in the 8th Circuit District Court of Appeals, and I won. And I fought wars in that ring. Hell, I beat that Nick Carter Bully Ray, remember? I beat him right here. You know something? You get my insides burning just like my Grandma Jenny's famous chili.
Listen, you disgusting blob. What are you doing out here now? What do you want?
What do I want? I want to fight you, Josh.
You want to fight me?
I want to fight you. That's right. I want to fight you. You know what? I'll go one better. He wants to fight you too. Yeah, so relax. I got this. Just sit back and be quiet. I'm your attorney. Listen to me. I will handle this. And I say we do it at Slammiversary. That's right, Josh. Me and my partner, Jeremy Borash versus you and whoever partner you get, because nobody back there likes you.
So I gotta find a partner.
You find a partner, me and JB versus you and whoever you get at Slammiversary.
I gotta find a partner?
Yeah.
I gotta find a partner for Slammiversary. On July, I just gotta find a partner.
That's it.
I gotta have a match against you two.
Yeah, right. Right here. Right, JB?
I gotta find a partner?
Yeah.
I gotta find a partner.
Yeah, go find a partner. Try and find a friend first.
Shut up! You know what? I'll find a partner. I'll find a partner. I'm out of here. Later,
You find a
Mark.
partner. Don't worry about it, JB. I got this. As a team, JB, we will be victorious at Slammiversary, right? See, listen to him. Listen to him.
I guess I'm going to sit down here at the announce table because the Ultimate X is coming up next. Get ready.
Welcome back, Daddy. Welcome back.
Magnus may have other thoughts in mind. Looking for a pile driver, a power bomb from Magnus. Folks, we're with you to the conclusion of this match. Till we have a winner, we're not going anywhere.
Took a lot out of Magnus. Patron is down. Magnus has to get on him now. He has to show that urgency.
Magnus is waiting.
Oh, no.
Stalking.
I don't know if I agree with this. I think Magnus needs to be on Patron ASAP.
Magnus has called a perfect game so far. He's been Bill Belichick at this point. You can't second guess what Magnus has done. Calling for the end of El Patron here. He's got him up. Patron trying to fight free. Cross arm breaker. Cross arm breaker. Cross arm breaker. Cross arm breaker in the center of the six-sided ring.
That is deeply locked in.
Look at the wrist. Look at the control of El Patron, and Magnus taps out.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and new Global Force Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Alberto Patron.
Did we just witness the biggest victory in Impact Wrestling and the repercussions that it will have on Slammiversary on July the 2nd on pay-per-view, and the ramifications that it will have on the World's Championship and Lashley? And did Magnus witness the golden ticket slip through his fingers and land firmly in the grasp of Alberto El Patron?
What if that global championship that Patron is holding up is indeed a golden ticket? Then we know that this will indeed have implications on Slammiversary.
What is the world champion Lashley thinking? We have a new GFW Global Champion. This is his house. His name is Alberto El Patron.
Oh my God. Well, amigos, my name is Alberto El Patron, and I'm the new Global Force Wrestling Champion. I can tell you how happy I am right now. I came to this place, Impact Wrestling, because I was trying to find a place to finally call it home. And thanks to all of you, the Impact Wrestling fans, I can say it like that. This is my house. I know that's a word, that's a phrase that my fiance, my beautiful fiance that is in San Antonio at the moment, you know, always use. But what I'm saying is from the heart. This is my house. You guys gave me everything you have, and that's the reason I went out there and give you more than 100%. I was against that top perro out there, Magnus. I have nothing but respect for you. I heard great things about you. I've been seeing you all these years, and I always have you as one of the best competitors in the world, and tonight you show me why you are one of the best in the world. Thank you for giving me that match. To all of you, the fans of Impact Wrestling, thank you for all your support. I promise you, as long as you keep supporting Alberto El Patron the way you do it, Alberto El Patron will continue to do great things for all of you. God bless you every single day of your life. Alberto El Patron. Sí.
It's main event time. JB along with Pope. Get ready for the high wire free-for-all. Known as the Ultimate X, Low Ki steps in to this Impact Wrestling exclusive matchup to defend his championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Impact Wrestling feature contest. It is an X Division Championship Ultimate X match. Introducing challenger number 1, accompanied to the ring by Gregory Shane Helms. From Cameron, North Carolina, Trevor Lee.
For the 4th time in his career, Trevor Lee steps in to the Ultimate X match. Tonight, he attempts to make it to the X Division Championship, hanging above the ring in the Ultimate X.
Challenger number 2 is from Burlington, North Carolina. He is Andrew Everett.
For Everett, the 5th time he steps in to the Ultimate X. This man is familiar with the format. He has been victorious before. Tonight, he and longtime enemy now, Trevor Lee, will have the opportunity to dethrone one of the most dominant X Division champions of all time.
And finally, from Brooklyn, New York, he is the Impact X Division champion, Low Ki.
The Impact Wrestling original debuted for Impact on the debut night of this company, June 19th, 2002, and on the eve of Slammiversary, just over a month away, this man steps into battle back on top of the X Division mountain. He's Low Ki.
Man, I'm just excited for what we're about to witness. You got the Carolina Caveman, you got the Skywalker and Everett, and then you got the Hitman talking about Low Ki, and Pope has went on record for saying it. He can be champion just as long as he wants to be. Low Ki, daddy.
Low Ki has been in this position before. The Ultimate X, the 5th time he steps into this very dangerous matchup that you will see nowhere else but here in Impact Wrestling. The high wire free-for-all. Object of the match, scale the wires, climb to the center of the ring, and retrieve that X Division Championship hanging above the ring. Very dangerous matchup, and certainly with 3 men involved, it changes the dynamic. You have to have eyes in the back of your head the entire time.
Yeah, well, Pope's sitting here still trying to process this whole thing, man. Joseph Park putting you in the matchup? What do you think about that, JB?
Listen, I'm going to need some time to process this whole thing. He really went out on his own there, and we'll talk about it next week. Low Ki with some great kicks down. Trevor Lee taken out by the incredible educated feet of Low Ki. So quick, so fast, so sharp. And just like that, kicks Trevor Lee, or rather Andrew Everett outside the ring. Shane Helms on the corner now trying to get up. And this is an interesting factor, the fact that Shane Helms not afraid to get involved on behalf of Trevor Lee.
And certainly he will at any given time. We just witnessed that. But right now, the Caveman is in charge. Low Ki was able to counter.
Just like that. Low Ki springboards, gets to the top rope, and now makes his first attempt at climbing the structure. Oh, wow. Just swung right into that metal structure. Took a bad shot, it looked like on the arm.
Very smart and wise move.
And Trevor Lee fending off Andrew Everett now from the top, makes his first attempt. It goes for a cross-body block, does not connect.
Crash landing by Trevor Lee. Everett's in the ring alone. He might want to start scaling the Ultimate X.
Everett now looking down at Low Ki, looking down at Trevor Lee. Just like that, standing Hurricane Rana that takes out Low Ki. Andrew Everett so quick, so fast.
Yeah, all 3 of these men. We're going to have to keep our head on the swivel for this one.
Just like that, Trevor Lee comes in. Big right elbow. Andrew Everett scaling the structure now. Keep in mind, once you get to the top of the structure, you're only halfway there. You have to scale your way all the way to the center of the ring and retrieve that X Division Championship.
These two just going at it on the apron.
Oh, wow! right into the rail. Both men sent flying courtesy of Trevor Lee. More of this X Division Ultimate X match when we return. Welcome back to Impact. Main event in the ring. Andrew Everett, Trevor Lee, and the champion Low Ki battling it out in the Ultimate X. Let's take a look at what happened before we went to break. Low Ki, Andrew Everett thrown into the rail courtesy of Trevor Lee, who remains in full control of this Ultimate X matchup.
Yeah, you know, both men, Low Ki, Everett, they were on the apron, they were going at it, and they forgot about Trevor Lee, the caveman.
Trevor Lee now climbing to the top, going to make an attempt at it. Remember, he has to get to the center of that X. Retrieve the X Division Championship title belt. That is the only way you can win the matchup.
This matchup here is not just about your athleticism, it's about your strength, more particularly speaking, your upper body strength if you hope to get to that title.
Andrew Everett wants that title bad. He has been trying time and time again, has come up short. Trevor Lee trying to get it back. Of course, Sanjay Dutt, we saw he was injured. You know he would like to be in this matchup right now, but his career is in jeopardy. The Ultimate X match, the high wire free-for-all continues with Trevor Lee standing in the middle of the ring and Low Ki making an attempt. The object once again get to the center of the ring, retrieve the X Division title. And Low Ki has been so tough. This last return, April 20th, when he defeated Xavier Suicide, Sanjay Dutt, Everett, and Trevor Lee, and a main event matchup, really made a statement that night, a statement he's had. Now returning to Impact Wrestling.
Well, you know, as long as Low Ki walks around Impact, travels the world with that X Division title, statement indeed made. Now it's up to him to hold on to it, to keep Trevor Lee, to keep Andrew Everett from taking that X Division title away from him.
Trevor Lee now balancing himself with the rope, and now is going to make a go for it. Remember, he has to scale this rope to the center of the ring. At this point now, it becomes up to Andrew Everett to try and knock him off.
When it comes to upper body strength, that advantage certainly goes to Trevor Lee. We know the caveman has strength, man, that is unmatched in the X Division and by many other competitors, period.
Low Ki now, Everett to the top. Keep in mind, once you get to the center, once you get on the rope, you almost become like a human piñata. You got to be knocked down, you got to be knocked out.
Well, it's just very smart in this type of matchup. You want to try to incapacitate your opponents, to give you the time to get up there and scale that structure to start your movement, if you will, towards that title.
And don't forget, it's been announced next week. Three-way #1 contenders match. The Cowboy James Storm, EC3, and Magnus battle it out. Who's going to Slammiversary? Three-way #1 contenders match next week. And that mixed tag team match, it's going to be Alicia, Eddie Edwards, Davey Richards, Angelina Love, Congo Kong, and KM against the team of Mahabali Shera and Braxton Sutter. Compete next week. Plus, Rockstar Spud is vowed to return, whether he's ready or not. I'm not sure if he's ready, to be honest. We're going to find out next week, right now.
Swoggle literally beat the hell out of Rockstar Spud with that hammer. I don't know if he wants to return too soon, but knowing Rockstar, he'll be back.
Oh, wow. Did you hear that?
Did you see that? Punt kick straight to the face. Keith Mitchell in the truck. We got to see that one again.
Unbelievable. Just like a 50-yard line kick. Field goal good. Through the uprights, Low Ki's got to be feeling that, and now Andrew Everett, an opportunity to climb to the center of the ring, retrieve that X Division championship.
Everett seems like he's contemplating. He's alone. Now's the time to make that move.
Especially with three competitors, you really have to be looking at all possibilities.
Everett wants to be sure, got something in there. Wow! Shooting star from the top rope to the outside.
Unbelievable. Andrew Everett, springboard, shooting star press. Let's take a look again.
My goodness, intergalactic flight there by Andrew Everett.
How impressive. He was able to regain balance standing on top of that top rope, and now Low Ki Gonna make an effort at it. Gonna try and scale these ropes. Check this out. It's up now to Andrew Everett or Trevor Lee to keep Low Ki from getting to the center of that X. Everett, springboard, drop kick, and down goes Low Ki.
Andrew Everett creating offense while still playing defense. Gotta see this one again.
Andrew Everett, springboard, drop kick, takes Low Ki off, hanging from those wires. Of course, right now on the outside of the ring, look at that. Shane Helms just happened to grab a steel chair and has given it to Trevor Lee.
Yeah, where there's Trevor Lee, you're going to always see Helms, and he's somehow, some way, he's going to do what it takes to make sure his man has the most chance to come out on top. Right now, he appears to be fanning Trevor Lee.
Meanwhile, Low Ki feeling the exhaustion from this type of matchup takes so much physically out of you. Right to the floor and right into that metal rail at ringside, which gives Andrew Everett a chance now.
Andrew Everett is in the prime position to go across and grab that X Division title.
Look out, here comes Trevor Lee. Steel chair! Right to the lower back. And he connected. The chair came back and actually hit Trevor Lee, if you can believe that. Check this out. Instant replay.
Yeah, just look at the velocity here. Chair off the back, and then it bounces back and catch Trevor Lee in the head.
Wow, Trevor Lee might have got that just as bad. Trevor Lee now has the chair in the corner. Here comes Andrew Everett, full steam ahead into the corner. Takes the brunt of that steel chair.
Yeah, I think Everett, Trevor Lee was telling Everett to have a seat.
Well, certainly was. Now Trevor Lee's going to try and use that chair to get to the center and by any means necessary to retrieve that championship. Now swinging that chair wildly. Winding up, and here comes...
Oh! Fist first. The Hitman, Low Ki.
Let's take a look at that again. Check out the sound of this one. Turn this one up. Low Ki.
Bam! Straight off the noggin of Trevor Lee, the caveman.
And now it's Low Ki's opportunity. Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett both down. Low Ki going to the opposite corner. Smart thinking.
Smart thinking to go to the corner to get up there, but look what happened here. He's feeling the effects as Low Ki from punching that chair. You need your hands to climb.
Raining down those right elbows. Goes for the stop. Trevor Lee out of the way, and oh, wow!
A double stomp of his own.
This is Trevor Lee's match to win. Will he regain the X Division Championship?
And a Frankie driver, a reverse Frankie driver by the Skywalker, Andrew Everett.
Andrew Everett now. Could this be his opportunity? No. Let's take a look at this again. Unbelievable sequence of offense. The stop does not connect, but this certainly does. Double foot stop by Trevor Lee.
And then that Frankie driver by Andrew Everett, followed by the powerbomb.
And all three men down. This is crunch time. This is what separates the trees from the shrubs, Pope. This is what makes a man a champ.
Absolutely. All three competitors letting it all hang out, if you will.
Telegraphed by Trevor Lee.
Countered by Low Ki, followed by the double stop. Only Low Ki, daddy, can be an Ultimate X and look good while dishing out punishment. A sharp-dressed man.
How about this? Low Ki now going to be climbing his way. This is the object of the match once again to get to the center. Low Ki needs to do it, and now is
he's
serious pain.
Yeah, still feeling the effects of the hand, just like Sanjay Dutt, who's probably watching this, is still feeling the effects of his eye. But you know he's watching this closely, JB.
This is where this match becomes so especially dangerous. Exhaustion, fatigue sets in. The sweat from the hands. You're not able to grip that rope. You get to the center of the ring, let alone climb that truss and hold on for dear life as somebody's trying to knock you off it.
Yeah, we see that Low Ki has removed the glove from that right hand, possibly has begun to swell after punching that chair.
Right into that metal truss. Look out, Low-Ki! Low-Ki hanging from the metal truss upside down. He's in a terrible spot.
And there's Gregory Helms getting involved in this matchup. What is he doing?
Shane Helms realized at that moment now, what is this? Shane Helms from the top with Andrew Everett.
Oh, a neck breaker from the top rope.
Let's take another look at that again. Gregory Shane Helms takes it upon himself to get involved in this matchup from the top rope. Neck breaker. Looks like he may have hurt himself in the process.
Wow. Trust me, when it comes to Trevor Lee, Gregory Helms is going to do whatever, and Pope means whatever it takes to help his man secure the victory.
No disqualification rules in the Ultimate X, and now Shane Helms looking to help Trevor Lee further. What is he doing?
Yeah, case in point, look at this.
He's standing on the shoulders of Shane Helms.
How
removing
smart.
all the energy that it would take to scale to the center.
It's all legal.
Here comes Low-Ki. Delivers and takes out Trevor Lee. Now look out for Shane Helms coming in.
And look at this running boot by Low-Ki. That'll even the playing field.
This could be Low-Ki's moment. This could be his opportunity.
No good deed goes unpunished, Daddy.
Keep in mind all the brutality that Low-Ki has suffered through this matchup. How can he possibly climb to the center of the six-sided ring?
Oh, I've been asking that question ever since he punched the chair to Low-Ki. But look at Trevor Lee.
It's a race to the center. Trevor Lee hanging upside down. Just mere feet away. Andrew Everett now. Who's going to get to the center? All three.
Smart by Low-Ki. Look at this.
Low-Ki coming down from the top. All three so close. He able to stomp down Trevor Lee. Oh, what a fall. Andrew Everett taken out by the winner and still X Division champion, the incredible Low-Ki.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still Impact X Division champion, Low-Ki.
It was a photo finish. Andrew Everett, both Trevor Lee and Low-Ki, all three on top of that structure, headed to the center. And in the end, it was Low-Ki taking the high road, going up atop the structure to the center, and able to fend off Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett. What an incredible, incredible title defense for your winner and still X Division champion, Low-Ki. Let's take a look at how he did it. What a matchup.
This matchup had a little bit of everything. We saw the Skywalker take flight there, taking out Trevor Lee, and then we saw the steel chair come into play on several occasions.
Trevor Lee taking out Low-Ki now. And Andrew Everett, all three back and forth the entire matchup. Such an evenly matched up contest. And you saw that incredible drop from Andrew Everett. This is the kind of action you'll only see on Impact Wrestling. The high wire free-for-all of the X Division showcased in the Ultimate X with your winner and still X Division champion, Low-Ki. What a win.
And hopefully this will be the type of scenery, if you will, involving yourself and Joseph Park come Slammiversary.
I don't even want to talk about it. Not even want to talk about it. Low-Ki is your winner and still X Division champion here on Impact.